All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to lay out a clear 30-day roadmap that'll have you using AI like you're in the top 1%. And hey, even if you're just starting out, this is exactly how you get ahead of the curve.
And this right here, this is the whole opportunity. The truth is, most people using AI are, well, doing it wrong. The gap between those who get it and those who don't is getting wider every single day. But that's actually great news for you, because it means that with the right skills, getting ahead of the pack is way, way easier than you think.
So here's our game plan for the next few minutes. We're going to start with that skill gap, then learn how to speak the AI's language. After that, we'll cover how to give it smarter context, how to debug and direct it like a pro, and finally, how to develop your own unique AI taste. It's a simple but seriously powerful framework.
Okay, let's kick things off with part 1, getting ahead in AI. This is all about understanding that widening skill gap and, more importantly, how to get yourself on the right side of it.
So here is the single biggest mistake people make. We talk to AI like it's a person. We think it comprehends what we're saying, but it doesn't. Not really. AI is a prediction machine. Think of it this way. If I say Humpty Dumpty sat on A, your brain immediately fills in wall. AI does the exact same thing, just on a massive, massive scale, predicting the next most likely word based on all the text it's ever read.
And that's exactly why we need to learn what I like to call machine English. This is all about shifting from these vague conversational questions to sharp, targeted prompts. You're helping the AI compute what you actually want instead of just making it guess. And trust me, the results are night and day. Okay, on to section 2. Let's get practical and talk about how we actually start speaking this new language. This is how we go from getting vague guesses to getting targeted, useful answers. And it starts with a really simple framework called AIM. A is for actor. You have to tell the AI who it should be, give it a persona. I is for input. Give it all the data and context it needs to do its job. And M is for mission. Tell it precisely exactly what you want it to accomplish. Actor, input, mission. That's it. And just look at the difference this makes. Fix my resume. I mean, what does that even mean? It's a total shot in the dark. But the AIM prompt? Whoa! Now you've given it a role, you've given it the raw materials, and you've given it a crystal clear mission. The quality of the output you're going to get is on a completely different level. Now, here's a crucial piece of advice. Don't jump around between a dozen different AI tools. You got to think of it like learning an instrument. A drummer who really understands rhythm can pick up the guitar much faster, right? It's the same idea here. Pick one foundational model, whether it's ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, and just go deep. Learn its rhythm, its patterns, its personality.
Okay, so you're speaking the language, you've picked your instrument. Now let's move on to section 3. To get those truly brilliant, almost magical results, you have to provide smarter context. You have to give the AI a map to your mind.
And here's how we do it, with the MAP framework. M is for memory. That's the history of your conversation. A is for assets. Any files, data, or other resources you can give it. And P is for the prompt itself. All of this rich context is what allows the AI to start reasoning in a much more sophisticated way.
And get this, just by using the AIM and MAP frameworks, you have already launched yourself into the top 10% of all AI users. Seriously, you are now miles ahead of what most people are doing. But we're not going to stop there. Let's push for that top 1%. And that brings us to section 4, debug, direct, and verify. This is where you go from just using AI to becoming a true AI whisperer, someone who can guide the model with real precision. So let's start with a really important mindset shift. When you get a bad output, a weak answer, who do you blame? It's easy to say, ugh, the AI is dumb. But the pros, they always assume the fault is theirs. It's a puzzle to solve. What context was I missing? Was my goal clear enough? Because that's where all the learning happens. So here are 3 amazing cheat codes to help you debug your thinking. First, tell it, think step by step. Show your reasoning. This makes its process visible. Second, use the verifier prompt. Ask me 3 questions to clarify my intent. This is a game changer. And third, use refinement. Ask the AI to propose better versions of your own question. Suddenly, you're in a powerful feedback loop. Beyond just debugging, you have to direct the AI. A vague prompt, like how to be innovative, will get you a generic, boring answer every single time. Instead, you need to steer it toward the sharp edges of its knowledge. Ask it to apply ideas from specific experts, use specific frameworks, or cite specific research. Pull it out of mediocrity.
This all leads to a massive question. We know AIs can hallucinate. I mean, making things up is literally what they're designed to do. And they sound just as confident when they're totally wrong as when they're right. So what do we do about that?
Simple. You verify everything. Don't just consume the answer, critique it. First, tell it to list all the assumptions it made. Second, demand sources, multiple independent sources. Third, push it to find counter-evidence, to argue against itself. Fourth, if there are numbers, make it audit its own work and show the math. And my favorite, take its answer to a different AI and ask for a critique. This is how you build an airtight BS detector.
All right, that brings us to our final and most advanced step. Section 5, develop your AI taste. This is about leveling up from using AI like a vending machine, where you just put in a coin and get a predictable snack, to turning it into a true sparring partner. It's about making the output sound uniquely like you.
And the Ocean Framework is your quality checklist for this. For every output, ask yourself, is it original or just obvious? Is it concrete with specific examples? Is the reasoning evident and easy to follow? Is it assertive, taking a clear stance? And does it have a compelling narrative? Use this to push the AI to generate truly insightful work.
You know, when you start working with AI this way, you realize something pretty profound. A lot of people are scared that AI is here to replace human work. But maybe the more optimistic view is that it's actually here to restore human worth, to handle the grunt work so we can focus on creativity, strategy, and the things that make us uniquely human.
And that's the final and most important takeaway from all of this. Every time you write a prompt, every time you debug an answer, every time you refine your request, you think you're training the model, but you're not. You're training yourself. You are becoming a sharper, clearer, and more rigorous thinker. And that right there is the real superpower.